All right, guys, so we're going Black Series again. This one's probably going to be pretty quick because there's not a lot. Yeah, anyways, you know what? We'll just skip. We'll do a quick short intro, which is this, and let's just get into the figure. Hey everybody, Papa Gord here, and yeah, let's just not, whatever. Let's just get into it. Box number 102. Wedge Antilles. I would love to show you guys the box and even read the box description, but for some crazy reason, I decided with the help of Riley, my daughter, we were gonna pull out every single box that holds all of my Black Series boxes, lay them all out on the floor, put them all in numerical order, and see if I could condense them into less boxes, which in theory sounded really good, but once you're sitting there and trying to plan out well over 150 boxes, I don't know anymore, but when you're working with an 8-year-old, you get what you get. So I managed to get them organized a little bit better, but yeah. So I do want to say straight off the bat, so this figure's I had, and I hate it, I can't remember his name, but he goes by Spicy Ramen, I believe, on Instagram. Dude, I'm so sorry I don't have your name anymore, but so many people are getting in touch now, like it's crazy. When the channel first started, I'd get a couple messages here and there, and now I got people through YouTube, through Instagram, a few people even through Facebook, a couple people on Twitter, which I don't really use. So yeah, so Spicy Ramen reached out and said, hey, I've got an extra wedge. Because I had two people that were near me that said, hey, we can hook you up. Both seemed to kind of fall through, and Spicy stepped up and said, I'm going to send you one. And I was like, all right, done and done. And then one of my local collectors managed to come across a wedge and said, hey, are you still, and I'm like, yes. So I contacted Spicy and he said, thank you so much. Save your money on the shipping and the whole bit. I said, unless you do want to send it out and I can save it for the backpack of awesomeness, I'm going to save it for 500 subs. So we are 140-ish away. So we got some time. So, and it's pretty full already. I can't believe I might be able to squeeze a few little things into it still. So, anyways, here I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty quick review, but we're already 3 minutes in and we haven't even talked about the figure. So first up, let's just get his helmet off. And we'll get his Rebellion blaster out of his hand as well. So it's really for those of you who follow Mike, again, shout out Mike Case, Uncle Mike. He found Wedge. He actually got Wedge before I did. So he opened him up on his live stream just the last week. And really, the only difference with this figure, as Mike pointed out, is this right here. Just the head. Just the head sculpt. Did point out straight up right there. I'll turn on it. You're not going to really see it as much, but right there. I don't recall Wedge ever wielding a lightsaber. You know, we know Han Solo did once. I think just once. But yeah, so it's Luke Skywalker with Wedge's head, which is a little bit of a bummer because honestly, the Luke pilot, X-Wing pilot Luke, would be based on, I would assume, A New Hope Luke, which he's a little smidge. Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? So I would kind of think that Wedge maybe would be a little bigger, but who knows? Maybe they're the same age. So I'll give him a pass, even though it's You know, it's a little, yeah, but it's still awesome. I loved Wedge, one of the few guys to make it through all three films, in a very minor role. And from what I've heard, we are going to see in The Rise of Skywalker. He's going to be in Episode 9. So we're not just getting some Lando action, we're getting some Wedge action. So action, which is awesome. So played by, well, Dennis Lawson was the actor who played Wedge in all three of the original trilogy. And a little known fact to those who don't know, but he's actually Ewan McGregor's uncle. So who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequel trilogy and the upcoming Obi-Wan, I guess, limited series that's going to be on Disney Plus. So there you go. There's a little info for you. So it is cool. One thing I do like, at least now that we're getting Rebels or something, is it starts to give team-ups, which sounds really stupid. So there's been two Droid 3 packs that have come out, and one was R2A3, which guess what? This is his R2 unit. So that is friggin' awesome. So we have Wedge and R2A3. So at least they go together. So we still need some other guys to tag them up with the other R2 units. And I'll be a very happy Papa Gord. So I'm going to put R2A3 down. And we're going to look at Wedge's head sculpt. So I think, you know what? It's not bad. I think for them, it does look quite a bit like him. I think honestly on camera it doesn't translate as nice as it does when you're looking at him in person. Now, I did pull out Archive Series Luke. I don't have the original, which, you know what, that's fine, because at least this has got the better head sculpt. But I did notice comparing. Wow, I can't speak tonight. But his jump, I mean, for it being the same, his jumpsuit actually looks more dirty. And again, I don't know if that's going to show as well, maybe a little bit. So I can pretend to say, yeah, look, because really he was already flying with the Rebellion before this guy came along, right? So yeah. So let's look at accessories. Honestly, really, let's just get the one over with. So the standard Rebellion blaster, pistol, whatever. We've seen this before. It's black, it's silver, it's no different. And then we get, which I am down with. So is his helmet, and it's nice and dirty, so it actually kind of goes with his pilot fatigues or whatever, his jumpsuit, like so. Back, and there we are. So when he does put it on, and when he wears it, it's pretty cool, because at least if you can line it up right. Look at the size of that thing. Cut the cheddar red too. Is he red too? I might be just... But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is what we're used to seeing Wedge. I think 2 times that we'd see Wedge without his helmet. I know at the Battle of Endor, when he's sitting there hanging out when they're having that Ewok dance party. And I'm not sure if there was a quick scene before they went out for the Battle of Endor, when Han was like, yeah, we're gonna go down to the Endor, we're gonna go down to the moon and deactivate the shield, and Lando was gonna be borrowing the Millennium Falcon and the whole bit, and they were talking about the plans and all that stuff or whatever. So So yeah, so this is really the look that we're used to seeing him in or wearing like almost all the time. So again, well, quick with the articulation. You know, he gets single joints, but he gets 90-degree bend. You know, he's got some articulation in the chest or the waist. Not really much to the side to side. Even his head, there's no side to side. He gets up and down and all the way around. And again, his pants are kind of poofy. He's got like parachute pants going on. So yeah, so that's it. That's Wedge. Still, he was one that made my I think one of my first wanted list. Wedge was on that list. I guess I'll be doing another one right at the beginning of January, along with my top 10 figures of 2019. And I think it's going to be a tough year, really tough year. But you know what? It's always cool. Like, I'm digging, so at least I can put these guys together and pull out one of my two R2-D2s and put these two guys together, kind of like a little scene. So I haven't yet gone through and reviewed any of the Astromechs because really there's no difference, but I still need to do these guys and maybe pull out some of the accessories, since one of the 3-packs came with some accessories, the other 3-pack came with absolutely nothing. So but I did get really good deals on both, so I'm okay with that. So that's gonna do it. Wow, just around the 11-minute mark. So I'm not gonna ramble anymore. I'm just gonna keep going to finish this review off. So there we go. Wedge Antilles finishes off Wave 23. We still have the Jet Trooper to go over, but again, like I said, I'm waiting for the carbonized version to come from Uncle Mike so I can do a comparison at the same time. And then we're going to backtrack into Wave 22 and finish off the 4 or 5 figures anyways that we have left for that one. And then we got a couple more to do, so there'll be enough to go to keep us busy for a while. So that's gonna do it, guys. I better creep down here because I think my head keeps getting cut off. But that'll do it for Wedge. That'll do it for me. Comment, share, like, subscribe, all that usual YouTube mumbo jumbo. Really helps the channel out. One last thing too, I totally sketched. Darth Rock 1 from New Zealand. I've really been digging a lot of his stuff. We've been kind of touching base quite a bit on Instagram and through YouTube as well. He's got himself a channel. I know a few of you guys started to sub to him after my last live stream, so that is awesome. Yeah, I think his content's really good. So I've been watching a lot of his stuff. So if you haven't subscribed to him, go check him out. I think he's about 250-ish subscribers or something like that. So let's pump his numbers a little bit more. But yeah, you want a different take, and you gotta love a New Zealand accent. So that's gonna do it, guys. So as always, have a good one, eh?